The point of the now moment is to experience ideas and happenings physically. Yet our spirits, though focused through the physical body, actually exist outside of time, which means the framework of time, the arrow itself, simply does not exist except within the abstract concepts of the earthly brain. Spirit, your spirit, is an intelligent process of experiencing possibilities, happenings, bringing them forth from a latent, eternal, non-physicalized field into that of direct physical awareness. The now moment is the aperture for which this occurs, providing that direct explosion of the here and now from that field of no time and no space. Remember, this is an energetic universe. In other words, the now moment is the nexus point of your thought belief energy being experienced three-dimensionally through the body. So the now moment, as it is created by the nerve structure of the body, is your spirit's way of working with the eternal nature of yourself and your potentials. However, because the now moment is the only point of reference for physical experience, this means there is no physicalized past as we think of it, nor is there a physical future. Rather, our memories and anticipations are merely mental constructs within the theater of our imaginations. Physicalized past and physicalized future is hogwash, as there are only eternal happenings existing independently of time and space. But in order to truly and properly interact with these experiences, they need to be taken from the eternal, from the infinite. This is what the nerve structure of your body is doing, taking your deepest beliefs from the non-physical eternal and bringing them into physical awareness for you to examine, to uncover your relationship to yourself and the wider universe, of which you are. However, the nature of time in this process, well, linear time is simply a perception. However, it is a perception the physical brain doesn't like to break with because of its usefulness in working with both non-physical and physical reality simultaneously. Nevertheless, linear time is not real, at least not in the way we think of it. Look at it this way. Thousands of years ago, everyone believed the earth was flat. Nobody wanted to break from that convention. It didn't make sense. We couldn't believe it. In many ways, our eyes and physical experience couldn't relate to it. But we now know the world is not flat. Our perception of time works exactly in the same way. It is not this before that, though it seems to be at this level of our perception of it. However, when you step away, like flat Earth becoming a sphere, linear time becomes all things happening at once. And through the power of your thoughts, your desires, in conjunction with the neuronal structure of your physical brain and nerve structure of your body, You pull from this simultaneous field and make those happenings finite in three-dimensional reality. In other words, your senses create the now moment and the fullness of your life physically at this precise blip. Now, because linear time does not exist, you are not defined by your concepts of the past, nor are you threatened by any future. Such things cannot intrude on the now, as they are unreal. The only way such notions can have any effect is only by one's belief in them. And we actually see this happening with people too afraid to move in the now moment because they adhere too much to the mental abstractions of the past and fears of the future. But the power of the now moment, instead of being affected by the past, actually creates and influences the past and future in terms of energetic happenings. Again, your spirit exists outside time and space. Yes, your non-physical spirit, by the power of your deepest thoughts' energies, ripples through eternity and can affect what the physical brain would perceive as what was and what will be, independent of what your actual imagination remembers, recalls, or anticipates. These past and future variables, by the electromagnetic intensity of your non-physical intelligence, are impacted, molded, which then culminate into the blossoming of your experience physically. Boom! Now. This is you. And when you come to understand this, you will start to see the horizon of your limitless potential. You are the eternal now, creating the finite here and now. You are all happenings, existing simultaneously, but focusing and examining your happenings one by one through this dynamic aperture of the physicalized brain and body. In the grand scheme, because of your eternal nature, all happiness and goodness exist everywhere around you right now, at this very moment. And you don't have to be defined in any way, shape, or form by the abstract conceptions of an imaginary past and imaginary future which do not physically exist. The past and future only exist as happenings of energy, for which you do influence, impact, and mold to coalesce into this very moment now of your entire personal universe.